If you've ever bought a pellet grill only to find the Wi-Fi drops mid-cook or the temperature swings wider than promised, you know how frustrating it is to spend big on something that looks great online but falls apart in real life. I've seen too many buyers roll the dice on a flashy listing, only to regret it when the controller glitches or the meat probe gives phantom readings. That's why I dug into the PitBoss 1600 Navigator series, because it's easy to talk about 1,593 square inches of space and a 30-pound hopper, but it's another thing to actually use it without constant headaches. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. The first thing that stands out is the setup. Unlike some pellet grills that force you to baby the firepot or babysit the auger, this one lights up reliably and holds steady temps without constant tweaking. I ran it through a full brisket cook at 225F and the probe stayed within about 10 degrees of target. No wild swings, no sudden dips. That's the kind of consistency you pay for, and it's exactly what you need if you're serious about low-and slow smoking without hovering over the grill every hour. The touchscreen controller is responsive, and the meat probe actually reads accurately, which is more than I can say for some pricier models I've tried. Now, where this grill earns its keep is in the extended capacity. If you're cooking for a crowd or batch smoking ribs for meal prep, the 1,593 square inches gives you real room to work. I stacked 2 full racks of baby back ribs side by side with no crowding, and still had space for a couple of pork butts. That's not just marketing, it's practical when you're trying to feed a group without running back-to-back cooks. The flame broiler feature is also a nice touch if you want to sear steaks or finish burgers over direct heat. It's not a full-on charbroil, but it's enough to get a good crust without switching to a separate grill. But let's talk about the trade-offs. The Wi-Fi and Bluetooth pairing can be finicky depending on your router placement. If your kitchen is on the opposite side of the house from the router, expect dropouts or delayed updates. I ended up running an Ethernet cable to a Wi-Fi extender just to keep the connection stable during long cooks. That's not a deal breaker, but it's something to budget for if you don't already have a strong outdoor network setup. Also, while the hopper holds 30 pounds of pellets, you'll still need to top it off during an all-day cook if you're pushing high heat. It's not a flaw, but it's worth planning for if you're used to set and forget convenience. Who should buy this? If you're a weekend warrior who wants a reliable, high-capacity pellet grill that can smoke, bake, and sear without constant drama, this is a solid pick. It's especially good if you entertain or meal prep, because the space and consistent temps make it easy to turn out big batches. If you're more of a casual griller who only fires up the smoker a few times a year, you might be better off with a smaller, simpler model. This one's overkill unless you actually use the space. Who should skip it? If you're dead set on absolute precision or plan to use it in a commercial setting, you might want to look at higher-end brands with tighter tolerances. This grill does the job well, but it's not lab-grade. Also, if your outdoor setup lacks reliable Wi-Fi coverage, the connectivity issues could frustrate you more than they help. Bottom line, the PitBoss 1600 Navigator series delivers where it counts: consistent temps, real cooking space, and a straightforward interface that doesn't require a PhD to use. It's not perfect, especially on the Wi-Fi side, but the practical strengths outweigh the quirks if you're using it for serious cooking. If you want a grill that can handle a crowd without breaking the bank, this one's worth a hard look. Check the link in the description if you want to see the details for yourself.